What is happening, everybody? Dave Fleming here with Anna Bright, and this is another segment of Fans Want to Know. So Anna Bright, we've gotten a lot of questions from the fans about things, how you play, things you do. We're going to dive into them, and thanks for being here with us.
I'm excited. I'm excited to tell everyone a little bit more about me.
So let's talk about some things on court first. You have a very peculiar and interesting way that you serve. You're spinning the paddle until almost before content. How did that start, and what is going on with that?
I don't know what's going on there. It's something that I've done for a long time, like in tennis too. And in tennis, actually, or if you watch me play singles, not that I play too much, I'll also do it after every single forehand. With pickleball, there's not really time for that at the kitchen line, so I don't. But in tennis, I've always done it. I've always been a major paddle twirler for whatever reason. I've also, pretty much my entire tennis career, I had what I call a glitch.
Okay.
Like Novak Djokovic, if people are familiar with tennis, he would get trapped like bouncing a ball like 40 times or something. I actually have always had some version of that. With tennis, it could manifest for a few months as ball bouncing. Then it would be, I'd be twisting my paddle and it would never feel right. Then it'd be like I'd hitch at the toss or I'd hitch here. So it's kind of a remnant of that. And it's funny, actually, in MLP Dream Breakers, when it's super high pressure, I will sometimes get a little stuck twisting the paddle. So it's a weird psychological thing, I guess.
And I am somebody that plays forehand one side of the paddle, backhand the other. Like I like one side of the grip. Where are you with that? I would guess
I'm twisting that thing.
Yeah, I would guess with you don't care.
There's no designated forehand or backhand side.
One other thing that the fans said, they're watching you. You go back and you're touching the wall before every point. What is that? Is that the only sort of superstition or ritual that you have?
Probably, yeah. I do that, and then I also developed kind of an add-on to that. Now, a lot of the times, at least when I'm serving, it's like I touch the wall, and then I'll also touch my paddle or the ball on my left leg.
Okay.
I don't know why. Maybe in another year I'll have added another step to it, but I don't really know how it started. I think a lot of junior tennis players are kind of taught it's good to have a little mental reset or something that you do, and in pickleball, for whatever reason, I kind of adapted that more than I do in tennis, and if I don't, sometimes touch the back fence or something, like something just doesn't feel right. So
and is that, are you thinking anything, or that's just I need to reset myself and be ready for the next round?
I'm not even thinking I need to reset myself. It's more of just if I don't do it, something is wrong. is more so what it is.
Fair enough. Another thing fans have noticed is that you call timeout, you sit with amazing posture, and you have the death stare forward. What's going on in your mind? What is happening there? Because it even through the pilas, it looks intense.
Yeah, I don't always have amazing posture, but I think the new benches are actually, they're kind of an awkward distance with either like you have to completely slouch and you would look terrible and it'd be uncomfortable, or you might as well just have amazing posture. I think as of late, my posture on the bench has been much better. There's nothing worse than looking at a photo of yourself though and you're like this. So I've been trying. But often I am kind of, maybe I might actually be angry, but a lot of times I'm kind of like meditating or focusing on that. A lot of times maybe my eyes are even closed. So I would say it's often going to be I'm like doing box breathing or something to try to stay focused.
Tell me more. Box breathing. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, box breathing is just basically breath holds. So I do it with 4 counts. Basically, you inhale for 4 seconds or counts, and then hold at the top. Then you exhale for 4, hold at the bottom for 4, and you just kind of repeat that. A lot of times when you see me pacing around the court, I'm doing it like waiting for a timeout to end. I'm doing it with steps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Love it. Okay. A lot going on there, folks. Okay, here's the one.
A lot going on to try to have not a lot going on, honestly.
You just threw a third in the net. We see you turn around, and are you just cussing yourself out because you hate missing? What are we seeing there? Because we see some negative emotion or some interesting reaction to that.
I don't know if I'm like, cussing myself out terribly, but I'm definitely often displeased depending on the situation. Sometimes you just miss, and that's okay. I'd say errors like that don't make me too upset. But if I know that maybe I wasn't as focused as I should have been before the rally started, or if it's this situation when you really just can't afford it, then I'll be quite a lot more upset. And I don't think I'm, in practice, I would probably having some colorful language towards myself. I think in match, it's more of just a general feeling and expression of like anger, like you can't do that. Like, what are you doing? But not, not harping on it too much, because you do have to get ready for the next point.
Absolutely. So you obviously have built a big fan base. When you're playing, is it nameless gray faces all around, or are you seeing that little Sparky with a I heart AB, and how do you compartmentalize all that?
I think it really depends on the match. I think that in and out of timeouts is when I see and probably interact with the crowd the most. I'm not a big, I hit a good shot and I'm going to like rev up the crowd kind of person. That's just not really how I compete. I think players that do that, it's really, really cool. It's really, really electric, but it's just not natural to me. But I think coming in and out of timeouts, I really see people, if people are close by and giving me energy and stuff, I usually will, give them something in their direction, and I think that doesn't really impact my focus or anything. So I do that, but I would say like in between points, I usually am not hearing or seeing too much.
Got it. I call you a stone cold killer in the nicest of ways.
Thank you.
Where did this competitiveness, what's the catalyst of that in your life that you just desperately, literally want to win every point?
I don't know. I don't know that there's been a true catalyst. I've kind of always had it. I've kind of always had the killer instinct and have been someone who really, really wants to win. The things I care about, I think it might be a bit of a character flaw. If I'm naturally not good at something or just don't like it, I don't try like at all. Like bowling, I'm just going through the motions. I'm like, get me out of here. I don't want to be here. But when I do care, I care a lot. I started playing tennis tournaments at 6 years old and set some records in Texas for doing things like very young. Always cared a lot about the little things, like with junior tennis, it's like who's going to go and pick up the balls, who's going to be waiting on the other person. I was always thinking about mind games like that, and that did not come from my parents. Like if the other kid had gotten the balls already, like I would make them wait on me. I cared a lot about not being the person who breaks if both people are walking, from like 7 years old.
Wow.
I have always cared a lot. I never cheated, never did anything like that, but some psycho tendencies for sure.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. There's the genesis.
I've always had it.
Speaking of stone cold killers, your women's doubles partner on the PPA Tour is certainly one also, and Leigh Waters. What have you learned about her game that you have added to yours, or give me something that has made you a better player thanks to the incredible success the two of you have had together, seeing it firsthand?
I think there's a lot of things, and they're all very nuanced and kind of small. I think we're both always learning from each other, especially because our movement patterns are not too dissimilar, which is interesting. Like if either of us tried to copy some of the things like Georgia Johnson does, it just doesn't really make sense. The natural movement patterns are so different, but ours are actually not too dissimilar. And it's kind of funny when we practice, if one of us does something good, it's like the other one's doing like a shadow swing. Like how did she do that? How did she do that? So I think we're learning from each other a lot. I think I am always trying to pick up on the little things that she does. And I think I've learned more from probably playing against her than playing with her. I think playing with her has largely been a challenge in learning how to, we're adapting to each other. And there's so many shots she hits that are really, really incredible that I'm trying to add. But I think it's been really cool playing against her because it's always this chess match in the match and across multiple matches. And of course, she beats me the vast majority of the time, but it's still like this interesting ebb and flow, like you'll see one match where I was lobbing a lot really successfully and it'll kind of stop working, and then she's doing it, and then I am making the subsequent adjustments and figuring it out. So I think it's really, I think that is very fun and very intellectually stimulating.
There you go. I hope you're intellectually stimulated as well. She's the number 2 player in the world. You wanted to know. Those are amazing answers. That's Anna Bright. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.